Hi, this is Rust and Magic. Welcome to another little quick tip video. The first one is about searching items. If you have a lot of objects in a scene, it can be difficult to find, for example, if you want to find a number of similar items and not just one. You can type a text, of course, like here I type the object. I want to find the first three ones with a number at the end, but it will find other ones that contains that text also. So instead of using the simple text search, you can use regular expressions instead. So for example, to find the object with a number at the end, we could switch to regular expressions using the tab key, and then we can type, in this case we would do the object, and then we would add a regular expression for a number. In this case that would be \d, and we will find just these three objects. Regular expressions are not that easy, but they can be useful if you have a huge amount of objects. Normally not so useful otherwise. Just a quick search will work quite well. Another useful tip is entering colors in RGB or HSV. Normally we can drag these RGB components to change the color, but we can also, by right-clicking on the color field here anywhere, switch to HSV mode. So we have the hue as the first value, and the second value is saturation, and the value is the third value. Sometimes it's easier to change colors this way, so it's quite useful. Just right-click again to switch back to RGB mode. Another tip is panels, when you have a lot of different panels stacked on top of each other. So here I have different materials, and if I select all of them, I get a whole load of different panels. So normally they would open up all of them. It will be a long list. If I open up here and show you, so this is what it would normally look. I have to scroll up and down to the different materials. By using the Alt key, when we click on the arrow to expand and collapse, we can collapse all panels except one, the one we want to watch. And we do that by just holding down the Alt key and then click on the arrow. And we will get a much shorter list to scroll through. Personally, I find it much easier to walk around the different items when I do that. So here you see we have just a short list, everything else is closed, and by just using the Alt key and clicking on another one, it just opens that and closes any other one. It's a very nice feature, I think. The last tip is about keyframing. It only works on 2023 and later, and it uses the Pro Tools that came included with that. So I'm going to replace the return key here, which we used to create key. I'm going to unassign that, and then I'm going to find the Pro Tool keyframing instead, the LD create key, and assign that to the return key. And then I'm gonna find the delete keyframe. Let's see, where is it? It should be here somewhere. Here we are. Yes, there it is, delete key. So we unassign that, and when we use the delete key pro instead, and assign that. So now we change this using these new plugins instead, and they work exactly the same way. There's no difference at all. You can use them exactly like the old ones. So let's create some keyframes here, just so we have something to work with. It doesn't matter much. We go 150 here. And if we want to do that, it looks just like the old one. The difference is that in the input field, we can now enter a range or a number of keys, so we can separate them with a comma, and it will create 3 keys here. And we can also use a range by like a hyphen in between them, and it will create all these keys in that range. I use that a lot, so it's quite useful. And it's the same thing when you delete keys. You can either type comma separated list of keys and it will be deleted like this, or we can enter a range of keys, so 50 to 60 for example, and all the keys will be deleted. I think that's very useful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon again. Have a nice day.